Hey, what's up guys? Notoh here, and today I am actually going to be casting some Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath. I haven't really played this game in the past 2 years. I used to play it a lot, like a ridiculous amount, but now I am actually going to get back into casting this. Hopefully I've re-fallen in love with the game, thanks Master Leaf and thanks Green Zero. But yeah, I am going to get back into this casting for Command & Conquer 3. I love this game, and I'm going to be casting my first replay back. This was actually had quite a lot of wubs. People have said it's a really good game. They recommended me to cast it, so I'm going to cast it. It's going to be Cyberstorm versus Senna. Senna, back when I played him, wasn't that good, but I've heard from a lot of people that he's actually became amazing in the 2 years I was gone. And Cyberstorm, still in the scene, I see. And this is a random mirror. Cyberstorm just upload this replay. My cat's walking across my keyboard, nice. But yeah, Cyberstorm uploaded this replay. He's Reaper from the random draw. And this is Tournament Odyssey, map that I didn't really play much back in the day, but I've watched a couple casts on it. So let's get right into this. Starting on the right hand side as the red Reaper 17, we do have Cyberstorm, and he's just going for power plant first, no fancy refinery first or anything that would make sense like that. And we will have Senna playing as the yellow black hand on the bottom left hand side. He's going to be drafting that shredder turret. This is R12, so for those of you who are on my channel and for some reason didn't keep up with Kane's Wrath, R12, they nerfed the Cabal draft a lot, as well as they nerfed like Traveler Descents. But we will see actually Descents coming out from Cyberstorm. He is Reaper 17, so he doesn't have fast legs, but he will be going for those 2 engineers to get those spikes. And speaking of spikes, he's probably going to use his Descents to take down Senna's, which he's claiming as we speak. He did draft 2 Cabals from the looks of it to scout, although there are buzzers in the middle here. I don't think Senna's probably going to get caught off guard by this. He will attack them, but those buzzers are going to take down that Black Hand squad, or that Cabal squad. So now Senna just getting his War Factory out, basically not identical timing from Cyberstorm. He's having that War Factory sit there. That's kind of important. Probably should sell off this portal. It's just not helpful. Yeah, he's gonna sell off the portal right as I say it. Nice caster's case. But now Cyberstorm will be getting these scouts in with those buzzers. The Descents will encounter these Cabals in the middle. Senna's actually now going to know that he is probably screwing a Reaper 17. This is a random mirror. He doesn't know anything. He hasn't actually really seen anything. All he knows is that he saw Descents that aren't fast legs, and that can lead you to assume that they're probably not Traveler, because if you're going for Descents as Traveler, you're probably going to get fast legs. But now Senna drafting 2 Cabal squads from the looks of it to counter this. He does have 3 refineries, or 3 harvesters, 2 refineries. I am bad at this. 2 and 5 is the optimal ratio. Similar timing from Cyberstorm. He should be expanding right now, although he's probably microwaving these Descents elsewhere. Yeah, he's going to go for Senna's spike as predicted. These 2 Cabal squads will be taking the fight, but those Descents, they're great at killing the Cabal squads in numbers, especially when they get that concave. But now these Descents are going to take out those 3 Cabal squads, in addition to the 4th they took out in the middle. This Raider Buggy will be doing some damage, but if Cyberstorm focuses down this tower right now, I don't think the Raider Buggy has the DPS to take down these Descents. And Cyberstorm going for that spike right now. Repair tools on it, but it has a lot of Descents on it. Cabal squad is coming, that was drafted, but it's still in a major issue. And this, yeah, the spike's gonna go down. Senna lost one of his spikes, as well as paid for like 6 Cabal squads. We will see the expansion coming out from Cyberstorm. He will be ahead of Senna in that regard. That second War Factory will go down. He is going for 2 War Factory, gonna look to get out probably some Bike Buggy, knowing he is playing Black Hand, too late to do any flame type of thing. Those Descents will be going down, but at the cost of so many Buggies and so many Cabals. Senna going for his expansion. Cyberstorm already there, about 1/3 of the way through producing his refinery. Senna, yeah, behind on timings due to just spending vastly on that. We will see after Cyberstorm with 6 harvesters, 5 on his main with 2 and 5, optimal ratio. This refinery will be going down in a couple seconds. He'll have 1 and 2 there. Senna, likewise, that refinery is about 1/3 done. He is going to have that harvester go over to the second field, and 2 and 5 optimal eco, but he does have double War Factory Bike Buggy. He will encounter some Seeker tanks in the middle here, and these Seeker tanks really don't stand much of a chance for Spike Buggy. Nice micro from Senna, even though it's a pretty minor thing not to have your bikes go down. He's going to go over to the second field, and Yeah, he's going to go over the second field. There is a panic portal right here. This will produce descents, and descents happen to be not pretty good at taking down bikes and buggies. There's 2 panic portals. This is actually quite an overspend from Cyberstorm, except it probably isn't if he has 2 harvesters full of Tiberium going down, but he does have all the Seekers tanks. The 2 portals are going out. The descents are just getting mowed down by these buggies here. That you can probably finish off those 2 Seeker tanks. Senna probably should try to finish off those 2 Seeker tanks. That would be quite effective if he did that, but he gets 2 harvesters full of Tiberium, cripples the second base, forces out 2 portals, takes down so many Seeker tanks in descents, and now Senna is very ahead in this game, has a formidable force of bike buggy, and those Seeker tanks, those 2 Seeker tanks, he could have picked those off. That would have been made it even more costly for Cyberstorm. Cyberstorm's not out of this game, but he's so delayed now because Senna now is 2 and 4. Health bars. And I have not rebinded my health bars yet because I haven't gone around to rebinding all my hotkeys from hold. But 2 and 4 on his expansion for Senna. Now he will be placing a war factory there. Is he running triple war factory on only like basically a 2 base economy because he only has 2 harvesters on his or 3 harvesters on his second field? There were battle markers somewhere, probably a buzzer. I thought the tower was fighting them for a second, which would be confusing if Cyberstorm took it. Photon cannon, though, those are incredible defenses for spike buggies, especially when your Seeker tanks are kind of outnumbered. So that is a lot of bike buggy, although there will be fights happening on the second field. There are about 8 Seeker tanks, descents, and photon cannons. Second, a war factory gets put here by... I am braveheart right now. Yes. Gets put here by Cyberstorm. The buggies will be taking fights with these Seeker tanks, and that's actually a pretty favorable matchup. The Seeker tanks really don't like that gun damage. Lightning Spike will go down. He will get 1 bike, I believe. That 1 bike, Senna, don't leave your bikes like that. It's taking a lot of his bikes are low, but he's going to be falling back. These Seeker tanks still not enough numbers. That's a second bike that goes down unnecessarily right there. And now Cyberstorm is recovering. There are Scorpion tanks being produced by Senna on only 1 queue. You have 2 other queues, Senna, if you're wanting to mass Scorpions. Yeah, he's going for Scorpions. Does he have a tier 2 to get those Dozer Blades? Because Dozer Blades are super essential in Scorpion fights. Yes, he does have a tier 2. Started researching it, as I mentioned. If this bottom screen's cut off, I'm sorry. Windowed mode. Yeah. But now, Senna building that refinery on his 3rd base. Now, in this regard, he's quite ahead of Cyberstorm. Cyberstorm economically getting those dev tanks. I can see the response considering a charged dev tank shot will one-shot a bike, but at the same time, I don't think he can produce them fast enough to outnumber the bikes, especially when Senna's going to take down Cyberstorm's spike. Now Cyberstorm is going to basically, now they're on equal eco in that regard, is in they both have 1 spike. Those dev tanks though, there are actually only 2 of them, but also Mechapede heads getting trained. What is happening to my thing? Crap. Sorry about this, people. Yeah, okay, sorry about that. That was weird. Yeah, windowed mode is a little bit wonky in Kane's Wrath. But we will have these bike and buggies. A lot of them. There's the tier 2. Dozer Blades just finished. That's a lot of Scorpion tanks. And they could probably win the fight versus these dev tanks, especially because Cyberstorm's just not really producing them, and he switched over to Mechapedes. And now Mechapedes, I'm not 100% sure if I agree with them, because really, Mechapedes, they're counterable by like, the 2 best non-units are at fighting Mechapedes, at least in this tier, are bikes and Scorpion tanks. And yeah, might not be the right situation, but I guess he's going for it. The 3rd base will be finally here for Cyberstorm, but Senna already really ahead on that eco. The only issue is that he's going to run into 2 Mechapede heads. Those are such much money wasted. But now the Dev Tank and Seeker Tank army will be coming over. 1 bike goes down instantly. The Mechapedes will be running into the bikes. Those are some good shots from Senna, making sure he has to focus down these heads. If the Mechapede heads go down, the entire Mechapede goes down with it. But now he's hitting the shots, but they're not killing. And that just got totally wiped out. Senna's bike buggy just got totally wiped out by these Mechapedes. two of them go down, but then there's the Scorpion tanks, Dozer Blade Scorpion tanks, one Mecha Beat goes down, nice headshot from Senna. And he's going for this refinery, that refinery on his main, going down, he's gonna draft, sell it off, get the extra 65 credits, not really a big deal. If this war factory goes down, Cyberstorm will have lost his bait, he'll basically have lost his main. Now, one photon cannon gets placed down, but the issue about one photon cannon is that it can't really fight all out of Scorpion tanks. But this one power plant taking some damage, this photon cannon trying to protect this last harvester that Cyberstorm has at his main. There's actually quite a bit of tib at this main, which is important because this feels what would sustain Cyberstorm, other than once he mines his third field. But instead, he's actually going to get all his stuff picked off. Now, there will be one harvester pulled over from the second base to the main from Cyberstorm. But now, he has these Mecha Bead heads sitting here. Should probably train those up. Yeah, should probably train those up. The parts, the segments, get those shard segments, get those descent segments, whatever you want to do. Now, that's a nice power plant snipe, but these Black Hand squads need to be careful. There's a buzzer there. They are getting Senna, not paying attention. The buzzer's going to wreck their faces in a couple seconds. But no, the Mecha Beats come over, save that power plant. That one power plant actually kind of important. Is it upgraded? Yeah, it is. So that was a fusion core power plant. Yeah, that was a fusion core power plant. So it's pretty important that he saved that. The Thunder Cannons, obviously being tier 2 base defenses, they're not designed to fight versus infantry. But now the Mecha Beats, that's a lot of Mecha Beats. That's one Tev tank that still is hitting a lot of shots. Senna should focus that down right there. Gets rid of that damage. That couple secret tanks go down, but now he has the tower. And he's training up to Sins. These Scorpion tanks will be rolling through the base. He could snipe the tier 3 right now. That could be a huge damage for Cyberstorm. But now the fusion core power plant will go down. There's going to be another right here. It's at the top of the base. The Scorpion tanks are going to focus that down. There's low power all around. That will go down. And now they're focusing on the War Factory. Senna could definitely totally steamroll Cyberstorm right now. But he will get that War Factory. That refinery really doesn't have any harvesters on it, so it's not that useful to fight. But now, a lot of the Mecha Beats have sniped the tanks. These are actually really good Mecha Beat micro from Cyberstorm. But at all this time, we have a Redeemer coming out from Senna. He's also training up some rocket squads. And as we know, Blackhand is very, very strong infantry. This defense tower, by the way, they're really good. That one Scorpion tank right there, it's out of range of the descents, and tower, it's gonna take down these descents. Except, no, tower ends its hopes and dreams. That's going to be, there's supercharged particle beads out for Senna. He is going to try to focus down those Mecha Beat heads with those shredder turrets, but at the same time, that's a lot of Mecha Beats. There will be some rocket squads. They actually will get the head snipe right there. That's a beautiful head snipe from Senna. But at the same time, there's a lot of Mecha Beats. They're gonna wipe out the space, almost guaranteed. That harvester, non-stealth because it's a not harvester. That Mecha Beat will take a lot of damage, but at the same time, Cyberstorm just rebuilding their segments as soon as they go down. Senna has to focus fire the heads. And he hasn't even got this tower yet. That would probably be worth it because it would mean that his third and somewhat his second, depending on what angle it's attacked from, have that defense. But now the Redeemer and the Man Spam is out. There is Black Disciples researched. That is a rage gen. That is a good rage gen. It will make it so that the units cannot be controlled by Cyberstorm. I am casting really weird for some reason right now. But now that man spam, it's actually not that much in comparison to what we normally expect from Blackhand, but he's actually going to be base pushing towards the main. I think he actually is base pushing towards the main. Yeah. Senna is keeping up with his base and now this man spam is going to push towards Cyberstorm's base. That is a beautiful stasis. Takes down the Redeemer, and now it's just a little bit of infantry fighting shard mechas. Yeah, well, this fight's over. Senna right now is gonna be lucky if his Redeemer doesn't go down. Cyberstorm doesn't really have, he only has one tripod, admittedly, but the thing about it is that this Redeemer gets EMP'd by that tripod, and now it's stuck in the middle of 2 storm columns and some mecha beats. More man spam is gonna come in. That 1 storm column will go down. The Redeemer looking to rage gen, but actually, nope. That's just a weird animation. 1 mecha beat does get sniped. Cyberstorm not really microing his mecha beats right now. And this base is going to take a lot of damage. Hexapod goes out. This is going to be a welcome addition for Cyberstorm. That is a very... Well, it's obviously not PQ. I was about to say it's very strong, but I'm like, what? No. That Hexapod is going to turn the fight in Cyberstorm's favor. That was actually going pretty evenly. And Senna's going to escape with his mecha beat, with his Redeemer. Why did I say mecha beat? And the militant rockin' squads that did survive are going to, like, survive. Yeah. They're not gonna die. There will be a couple corruptors out to heal the hexapod, but right now they're just healing that Reaper tripod right there. Bowser squad's getting drafted. Really? There's double War Factory and Portal on that base. This main base has just been totally wiped out, got totally base pushed by Senna. Meanwhile, that wasn't really much of a fight. This one was more interesting over here. But at the same time, now Senna's on 4 base. Admittedly, the Tib is mined up, and he doesn't have any harvesters on this field, but he will actually be pulling some over. That's actually kind of important. He's gonna get the pull over. There is 1 Ravager that's from the tech center being sold off, I think. Not anything like. No one trades Ravagers. Just no one trades Ravagers. But tier 2 is actually vulnerable, and that gives photon cannons and corruptors actually. So if the that's a visual glitch. Okay. Yeah, there's no more photon cannons or corruptors. Now, second base also getting totally wiped out. There's only there's 2 mecha beats that have only 2 segments on them. Okay, now more segments will be trained, and that squad going alone. There will be the rage gen going off. The mecha beats attacking each other. Not really much to do, but they aren't fighting the infantry. That's the important thing. This man spam is huge. The phase goes off. Cyberstorm has to phase to save his hexapod. And now 1 Redeemer snipe. That rage gen is huge. It prevented Cyberstorm from microing, and now there will be the crush going in from Cyberstorm. He's gonna crush a lot of this infantry. The corruptors were taken down. There's 1 left, but this shredded turrets. The thing about phase is that you still can't crush base defenses. They're base defensive. So there is a building down. The Redeemer actually gets EMP'd. There will be a barracks coming into the fight right now. Now there's a lot of shredder turrets, but one of the tripods looks like the tripod that's EMPing the Redeemer looks like it go down. The Redeemer is going to go down. That will be the Redeemer, and that will be the fight. Senna is on the ropes. He's base pushed this entire way. And now he's building infantry versus shard mechas, and this could be an insane comeback from Cyberstorm. Senna might have just... He was so close. The hexapod with the crush is what saved it. Now Senna, what else does he have? He has nothing. This base is everything. He doesn't have a war factory. Senna does not have a war factory. This hexapod looks like it's over. They're not MCVs are resistant to EMP, but at the same time, the construction yard's gonna go down. That is GG. Cyberstorm with insane comeback on Reaper 17 versus Black Hand. Senna is tapping out of it. He's selling off everything. He has no build. That is GG, and thank you all for watching this cast. I hope you enjoyed that game as much as I did, and I'm glad to be back to casting Caves Wrath. Hope you tune in for next time, and until then, see ya.